big development coming in from the Supreme Court. Remember, the court is currently hearing the case where ED has complained against Mamata Banerjee for trying to interfere in their work while they were trying to raid the offices and the residence linked to I-PAC directors and founders. The picture on your screen is the one that is being debated, where Mamata Banerjee had barged in and had walked out with certain documents. While hearing that case today, some scathing observations coming in from the Supreme Court. Supreme Court Justice said that while doing what she did that day in January, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee put the entire system in jeopardy. They even went on to say that they had never thought that such a day will come. My colleague Harish is now joining us for more details. Harish, what was the basis of the court coming to this conclusion that entire system was put in jeopardy and that they never thought that such a day will come?
Yes, Priya. In fact, the senior advocate Maneka Guruswamy, who was appearing for the West Bengal government, was trying to drive home the point that the ED did not have fundamental rights there's no enforcement of fundamental rights in this issue, and they should not have approached the Supreme Court, but and cited a precedent of a center versus state dispute. Then Justice Mishra went on to say that we are not handling a center versus state dispute. This is a case where an individual who happens to be the chief minister of a state put democracy in peril by walking into a place where an investigating agency was in a bona fide manner carrying out an investigation. The entire system was put in jeopardy. In fact, the court going on to say that such an act would not have been allowed in a similar situation, and also the court going on to say that
how the court has been trying to say that while Mamata Banerjee might have been trying to make this state versus center, where is the state in this? It was about ED action on a private company called I-PAC, which has also been throughout the political showdown BJP's argument. Why is Mamata Banerjee so agitated if a central agency is investigating a private company? Tell us more about how this argument panned out in court, Harish.
Yes, for the benefit of our viewers, let me exactly read out the verbatim what exactly the court said. Justice Mishra said, see, this is not a case where center and state, what right of the state is involved here. Here is a case where an individual who happens to be the chief minister of a state walks into a place in the midst of an investigation putting democracy in peril. You cannot call it a dispute between state and the central government. At this juncture, Priya, Solicitor General who appeared for the ED says she had taken away incriminating evidence and also digital devices. Justice Mishra then went on to say, whole system was put in jeopardy. We never thought that in this country a day will come when a sitting chief minister will barge into such a place, when an investigating agency is conducting probe, and you say it's a dispute between state and the center. And not only this, Priya, even after that, the Supreme Court continued to pull up the state government and Mamata Banerjee, saying that recently our judicial officers were held hostage. At that time, the state did not act. Do you expect us to rush to a magistrate and seek relief? And we cannot shut our eyes.
When there were judicial officers who were kept in hostage for hours, this administration, the same machinery was nowhere to be found. But when a private entity, the I-PAC, was being raided, CM herself, accompanied by some of her top police officers, was there at the spot. That is what the court is questioning right now. We'll keep tracking inputs from inside the Supreme Court. Thank you, Harish, for joining us. We take a very quick break.